Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 72. So I realize it's been quite a while since I've done a regular crochet Crafty Chat video. My last one was just showing you my gallery wall, which I know wasn't super exciting, but my life gets a little crazy, I feel like, when school gets out and I have to like totally readjust life when with 3 kids home all the time instead of just one. So I feel like it's just been one thing after another happening since school got out, and I am behind on like everything crochet related and video related. I don't know if you really care what's been going on, but just life. I mean, when they're home, when it's summer, they don't need to go to bed at a certain time, so they're staying up later, which means I'm staying up later, which means I'm sleeping in and not getting, like, it's a mess. Anyway, so I figured I would try. I've been trying to make this video for like a few nights now, but it's just been a fun time. We've like my 3-year-old has a little bit of health issues going on right now. Nothing like serious, but she's on her 4th UTI and since like the beginning of March. So the last few days she's had fevers and stuff. We're getting her checked out this week at a pediatric urologist, so hopefully they can tell us what's going on and that those stop happening, because that's been a little stressful and hard on her and all of us. So because I mean, who wants to go through that when you're 3? So anyway, that plus to school being out and travel plans and stuff. If I don't do this today, it's not getting done for a while. So I have not done a ton of crocheting because of this. I'm also behind on watching people's videos. I haven't done a whole lot of YouTube lately, mostly just my brain has just been wanting to do like audiobooks and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get some crojo back a little bit. So I do have a few finished objects to show you. Most of them will be pictures because they were either gifts for people, and one thing is somewhere. My kid stole it and I don't know where it is. So but I do have pictures of everything. So first, I participated in the Spook Your Spring make along for okay, technically this is not first, but here, I'll start over. The first thing I made, I was working on this before school got out, so it was still in May, and I don't think I showed this on my last video, but I did post it on Instagram. So this is a little balloon dog, and it was kind of fun. Well, it was interesting to make. Basically, I think I have a picture of it like in progress. You're basically making these little sections just all in one big long line, I guess. Like it looks like a little like link of sausages basically. So you start with the tail, and some sections are small like the tail, some are a little bit bigger, and then you go to like the nose, and then this was a paid for pattern, and she did have a YouTube little short video to show you how to twist the pieces together to make it into this. And I just used Red Heart Super Saver stripes. I don't remember which color this is. And I think this is one of the ones that was like when Red Hearts were kind of more dull than the bright colors, but that's okay. He does stand up okay. I do think I kind of want to, she talks about like tacking like the neck, oops, covering that, like tacking these pieces together right here. And I don't know if you're supposed to do that part too, but that kind of gets his head to stand up a little better than like flopping over like that. But it was a little bit time consuming to make, but it wasn't hard, right? You just like increase and decrease and increase and decrease to make the little bubbles along the row. I do think I probably could have stuffed some of these sections better, but I was trying to keep it pretty consistent along the thing, so that's how he is. He's just been hanging out in my living room. It, it was just for fun. I wanted to try a balloon dog pattern. If I make more, I'd probably do them in solid colors. Excuse me. Mostly because, you know, if you have a balloon at a fair or whatever, it's going to be a solid color before they make it into the dog or whatever shape. So that is the first thing that I've gotten done since the last video. Because he was done in May sometime. I don't know. So then Spook Your Spring Make Along from Carrie Penny at the Happy Crafty Homemaker. So the first thing I made was a little bat. And my mom requested that I make this bat for her. She found it on Etsy, and then I was able to find the free pattern on that person's Instagram. So, what was I going to say about it? It was kind of okay, like an okay pattern. There were some confusing parts with the ears were confusing. The wings weren't that confusing. But they didn't explain how to attach anything. They were just like, and I hate when Amber Ruby patterns do this. They just like, and sew the pieces together. So you had the body and the head, I believe, were separate, which those were easy to figure out how to put together because there was openings. It had 2 wings and 2 ears, and then the feet were like little chain things that you were supposed to do separately and so on. I just kind of attached and then made little chains and then reattached. So his feet were a little bit crooked. So the picture I have is of him hanging upside down on like a little dowel rod. So his wings are slightly crooked because of his feet are being crooked and whatever. My mom said he was cute and she didn't care. I did use felt for the mouth and the fangs. I'm pretty sure I did a little smile with felt. I can't remember. But that should be what he looks like. But yeah, the ears were weird. She did have on her Instagram a separate post of how to do the wings and the ears, but I still don't feel like how she did it is how mine, like how hers looked. Like I followed her instructions, but my ears did not look like her ears, so whatever. Sometimes that's what you get when you use a random free pattern. But I had made a similar kind of bat last year and I didn't like how he turned out, so I was like, we're not doing that one. So we did the one she found, and we tried that. Anyway, so there that, and then I made a black cat using the loaf cat pattern that's been going around. I'll post the links to that. I used Premier Parfait Chunky. I didn't use like the Bernat blanket yarn because I kind of wanted to see how big he would turn out with the Parfait Chunky. And then I do want to eventually make one with the Bernat blanket and see the difference of the sizes. So yeah, I just made them all black. The pattern comes with the option to make the little like, there's like different color swatches on him. But yeah, I just did them black to be like Halloween-y. And then unfortunately my 3-year-old decided to play with him in the car the other day and she pulled on his whiskers, and so I need to redo his face because the whiskers and the nose and mouth are all kind of attached. And she pulled on one, and so now like I tried to pull it back the other way and it's just all messed up. So I'm just gonna cut that off and redo it. But I went to go grab it off the counter, or it was on the entryway table just like yesterday, and I went to grab it and it wasn't there. So I don't know where it is now, but when I find it, I'll fix it at some point. Then the only other finished objects I had is my sister asked me to make her a bunch of choker necklaces, which I showed like at least the startings of that in my last video. I didn't take a picture of them finished, but she also had me make a little frog and a toadstool mushroom thing for a friend. So I'll post a picture here because I obviously gave them to her. We went to my parents' house over Memorial Day weekend, so we gave them the bat and the chokers and all that. So the frog was a free pattern on Instagram, and I used the Ice Yarns Baby Chenille that I have a bunch of that green color of because I ordered once and it comes with a lot. And then the mushroom, I think, from what I remember, it was either on Instagram or it was a paid for pattern, but I will link that down below. And it was pretty simple to do. I worked on it mostly on Mother's Day, just sitting outside crocheting, so that was fun. And she wanted them to be kind of similar in size, so I wasn't sure how big it would turn out. I mean, because I'd never made the pattern before. And I used Parfait Chunky for that also. So the mushroom was a little bit taller than the frog, but she was fine with it. So I think that's everything that I've actually completed in like the last month and a half-ish. I do have some other works in progress that I can physically show you. Hold on. Okay, so apparently I was very ambitious in my plans for the Spook Your Spring make-along because I have 2 other projects started and not finished for that. This first one right now doesn't look like anything. It's supposed to be a cauldron. You use 3 strands of yarn held together, but I was doing the trick where you like make it triple stranded, but it's all one skein. I ran out of that skein and we were watching Mulan with my kids. They wanted to watch Mulan, which was one of my favorites. So I was just like, let's find something real quick that I can just whip up while I'm watching this. And so this is what I started, but obviously have not touched it since. So hopefully it'll be easy to figure out what row I'm on. And I have my hook with it. It's a J hook. And I will finish that eventually. Who knows when? But yeah, it's basically just going to be a bowl and it has handles. So I'll post the link to the pattern. And then, oh, I was like, where is it? My other one is called the Sheet Ghost. Let's see if I can get it out here. So this one, kind of glad I don't have it done because it's interesting to show you. So I bought this on Instagram, and you make this weird centerpiece, and you're like, what am I making? But then you make, this little bell piece, and basically all I need to do is finish this off and sew these together and add eyeballs. But have I touched it in weeks? No. So they're supposed to decide how pleated you want him to be, and you're supposed to like make 4 or 5 little pleats like this. So I think, and then little eyes to be like a little ghost or somebody in a little ghost costume. I thought that was a super cute idea. So yeah, pretty simple. I was working on this at my parents' house when daughter had her 3rd UTI and was not sleeping, so I got like 2 rows done that weekend. So that's why that's not done, and since we've been home we've been busy. So this week I did start another project because today is Father's Day and I like to make my dad stuff sometimes for Father's Day, and I've seen this idea before, I don't know where, but I thought it would be fun to make him. So I asked my mom what color, and right now it's still in pieces. But so that's part of my crojo problem right now is I am okay with just the crocheting part. Like when I have time, like I'm fine just like sitting down and crocheting something. The problem is most everything that I need to work on needs like the sewing together and the finishing off and the sewing in ends, and or picking up a whip, like figuring out where I was and starting it back at that spot. And so I haven't felt like doing that. Anyway, so this is an eyeglass holder. It's basically a little head. So he's going to have a nose and little ears somewhere. They'll have to line them up and make sure glasses fit on them. This is a YouTube tutorial. It's pretty simple. I will say I don't love the way she explains how to do the increase rows, because she's kind of like, do increases for like 8 rows. And so then you have to kind of figure out the math, right? So you know you're supposed to do like 1 increase and 1 single crochet, and then 1 increase the next row plus 2 single crochets, like, and you just keep going. And I can do that math. I've done enough circles of amigurumis to know like how many stitches should be in the next one, but I like having it kind of written out for me or whatever, because I am often distracted and lose my place and want to know which row I'm on and how many stitches I should have at the end of each row, round, whatever. And so that hurt my brain a little bit, because I had to do more work than I thought I should have needed to do. This is also stuffed not with just stuffing. She makes like a bag of rice and puts that in there. I used like the poly pellet stuff. That way when you put your glasses on, it doesn't just like flip it over and fall over, I guess. I don't know. So it is a little bit heavy. I might have, like, I just put like a Ziploc bag and I taped the Ziploc bag shut so that it wouldn't explode. So as I was finishing off the stuffing here, there's like stuffing everywhere, because I kind of overstuffed with the bag, but I didn't want to take any of the pellets out of the bag and like have to retape it, and so I was just kind of like shoving it in even more. So yeah, so those are my, I think I just lost an ear. Oh, there it is. Got both ears and a nose, and that's all I need to do is sew those on and it'll be done, but I just don't want to. Anyway, I have until next weekend, because we'll be seeing them again to get that done. Okay, so I do have quite a bit of acquisitions from random things. So I know acquisitions aren't super fun for some people, so that's why I save it to the end. I'm just gonna kind of grab in this bag, because I need to, it's all just like in here, and I need to put everything away. So this first one is, this is either my last or my second to last Mary Maxim kit that I was giving myself for Christmas, or Santa gave me for Christmas. The plan was to go through June, so I think I have one more coming that was like charged for in June. So once they sent me that one, like that was shipped, I went ahead and canceled. So this is, the kit is set of stroller blankets. So that looks like one corner to corner type blanket and one rippled blanket. So that's kind of fun that they have 2 patterns this time, and a little hat and lovey. I think that's all those patterns are in there, it looks like. So it comes with Karen cotton funnel cakes, which that is freaking out. There we go. And this is the color Buttercup. I was thinking I had this color, but I actually don't. I have the darker yellow. So I wonder if I could make something with, because guys, you know I don't ever make these. I just do it to get the yarn. Like, I don't ever make the pattern. Anyway, so I could do something. I only have one ball of the darker yellow too, so maybe mixing those together I could do something. And then it comes with this also that I've never even heard of. Let's see. It's called Ruby Jacquard, or however you say that. I don't know if I've ever said that out loud. And here's the colors. This one's really pretty. But it says it's all in like Spanish or something. I don't know. It's 60%, I think, cotton and 40% acrylic. and it's 100 grams. So I don't know what I'll do with those. They're kind of small, and I don't love them together like they did in the blanket. I don't know. It looks like they alternated like stripes of some of the teal and some of the brown and gray. So not sure what I'll do with these, but kind of fun to get something different. I do like a teal one. Still don't know what I'll do with it. So that is that. So yeah, like I said, I think I have one more coming, and then that will be the end of that for now. And then, okay, so for April, I believe, I was one of the winners for Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. Her greeting card make-along she does over on her Facebook page. And for whatever reason, the package she originally sent me never arrived. And so she was super sweet and sent me another package, even though I was like, I wasn't expecting her to do that at all. I figured we would just kind of wait and see if the first one ever arrived. Anyway, so in there I got, besides her greeting, or her business card, I got 2 things of True Blue in the color Seafoam, so that's pretty. And then this Ice Yarns Rainbow, which is also super pretty. It just says 100% acrylic, 100 grams, and it's a lightweight number 3. And then a few random stickers. A little cat. And Pickle Queen, which I have not made a pickle yet. And a little rainbow. So that was fun and unexpected. It was my first time doing her make-along. So yeah, it's always fun to win something, right? Okay, so from there, now we'll do random thrift store stuff. So whenever I go visit my parents in Colorado, I have to go to the thrift stores, and sometimes they have yarn, sometimes they don't. Usually when they do, it's not that good of a deal as far as prices go. But so I don't think any of these are like a spectacular deal, but I got them anyway. So this first one is a mystery, like velvety something, and it was $2.99. This is kind of thinner than the Parfait Chunky, but I might have, like, I could make, I recently bought the pattern, 2 of the patterns for the Dino Nuggets by 3 AM Grace Designs. She came out with, she's the one who does like the ragdoll style amigurumis, where you make like 2 panels that are the same and then sew them up. I've made a few of her patterns. Anyway, I bought 2 of the Dino Nugget patterns that she came out with, and this would be a fun color to make chicken nuggets out of, or the Dino Nuggets, either way. So that's why I got those. And then this random ball, I don't know what it is. I think it's one of the I Love This yarns from Hobby Lobby, and it was also $2.99, but I like the colors, so I got that. This one was $3.99. This is Bernat, the home decor yarn. I used to have this exact same color. I made a purse out of it. But then it was like discontinued, and now it's supposedly back. Like, people are making patterns with it, but I've never seen it in the store. So I thought I would get a little bit more because it's kind of fun to work with. And then I got this stuff. I have no idea what this is. Hold on. I'll take it out of the bag. And this was $3.99. But let's see. penguin something, 69% polyamide, 20% viscose, and 11% polyester, and it's 132 yards. But like, I don't know if you can see, if you'll be able to see. It's kind of, it's like a tube that doesn't have anything in it, but there's like this silver strand running through it. So it's like kind of whitish, silvery-ish. And then there's like an actual strand of silver. So it almost looks like lace, like on the ball. And I was like showing my mom, like, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, but it looks really cool. And maybe it could make cool snowflakes. I don't know. It might be too thin to like hold up to something like that. But it was like, there's a bunch of like 2 of these and then a bunch of like little balls. So if you guys have any ideas of what to do with something this random, I honestly don't know if it would work for snowflakes. It might be too, like, yeah, like I said, too delicate. I don't know. But I think that's all my thrift store stuff. Then we went to Hobby Lobby, and it was 30% off. I do not have any Hobby Lobby clearance to show you because this was over Memorial Day weekend and they hadn't started their clearance yet. My mom just went the other day and saw some clearance started. It wasn't anything I wanted, and I'm not going to bug her to go back every day to check, so I probably won't be getting any Hobby Lobby clearance this year, so that's okay. I did just want to try out some of their chenille yarns mostly, so let me grab a few here. So I got a few of the Velvety Smooth Sparkle, and these, I know some are like, they're different weights, I think, but I can never remember where to find them on the 4-weight. Okay, so these are 4-weight. This is teal green, and that actually is more green in real life than what it's showing on my camera. And then I also got the black. And then I got a few of the non-sparkle ones, but still Velvety Smooth Aran, so it's still a 4-weight. Yeah. So this is charcoal. So not quite as dark as the black, but, and then slate blue and spa. And then you always have to have some white to go with in case, well, it's just white. In case the Parfait Chunky wasn't like similar enough. I haven't like compared them. And then I also got Soft and Snuggly in their baby section, which is also a 4-weight, so I'm hoping these can work together, like with the white at least. This is Daffodilly Silly. This one, sorry. And this one is Lavender Light. So, I don't have any like specific plans on what I'm making with these, but I thought they were fun colors. And I wish they had more. I want to do more like rainbowy type things, like not just solid colors. But those are the only 2 they had that were not just solid, and also chenille. So, I don't know. I also got 2 random blues because, so I make a lot of like the towels with the towel toppers. Sorry, this video is getting kind of long. I'm almost done. And I have one, it's actually right here, that I had started, and I didn't love the blue I was using, which doesn't look too bad on the video. So I brought another one, but I forgot to actually bring it to the store. So it was in the state with me, but it was not at the store with me. So I was like, I'm just going to grab a few random blues that might match. So that one and this one, they both might work. I don't know. I'll have to look at it in different lighting. So Because this one almost looks the same as the color I'm already using. So, but I don't have very many like just plain blues. I have a lot of like dark blues, teal blues, but not a lot of middle blues. So I figured it wouldn't hurt to have those. And then I also got a towel. Even though I hate when they're upside down on the back because that means I have to sew it to make it the right side up. But they were like 40% off, I think. And then I did a random Temu order not too long ago. So I'll show you. Sorry, I keep disappearing down here. But I just got some polyester glow-in-the-dark. I have some of the Lion brand. I don't remember if it was polyester though. I think it was just the normal Lion brand glow-in-the-dark yarn. Randomly decided to get some t-shirt yarn. It's more green than that again. And then I got these eyeballs thinking they were safety eyes, but there's no backs to these. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I guess you could glue them onto things. I don't know. I thought they were kind of fun and different, but they don't have the backs. They don't have the posts, right? And there's also a keychain stand thing, but I haven't actually opened it and put it together. So, yeah. So I think that is everything. Yeah, that's everything. So sorry this is a little long. I try not to do too long of videos, but it would help if I did them more often to not make them so long, I guess. Anyway, we've got family reunions coming up this next weekend, and then camping the weekend after that, and 4th of July. Don't know what we're doing for that yet. So it's going to be a busy few weeks, and life is just crazy, I guess. So hopefully I can get somewhat in, when we're home, a routine of like making sure I give myself time to work on stuff, even if it's just for my mental health, not because I have to get stuff done. So, yeah, I never know what to say at the end of these videos. So thank you guys for watching this long. If you are still here, hopefully something in there inspired you, or you liked something that I made and you want to make it too. If not, that's okay. Anyway, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.